Electricity from metal waste? Is it possible?
Un argentino crea energía eléctrica con basura.
You've probably seen this type of videos on social media. Basically, these are homemade systems that can generate energy from waste, known as waste to energy. And reading the comments, I've been wondering if this can be done on a massive scale. You know, like Singapore and its current recycling system, but better.
The energy gap is here.
Their economies are too dependent on it.
And demand for it is growing.
Okay. In May of this year, I found this paper and it was mind-blowing, to say at least. Look, lately renewables have developed exponentially and the trend says that they will keep growing. Yet, the gap to move away from fossil fuel dependence hasn't been fully closed. The IEA says that there will be a surplus of wind and solar resources as well as an increasing decoupling of energy and electricity. And that's what they call the energy gap.
Opportunities for us to actually fill that gap to supply the world with the opportunities that we have.
Now, imagine you bought a t-shirt, probably made of nylon, a type of polymer. It went through a long production process where the small chemical molecules that compose it combine to form large molecules, which eventually become fibers. Then fibers are woven and eventually become the t-shirt you bought. But when you don't want it anymore, it ends up in a landfill. Unless that the t-shirt could be transformed into energy thanks to raw materials it's made of. That's what this paper proposed, and it's huge. Because it can put in trouble materials like hydrogen, which, yes, is a carbon-free alternative that guarantees the reduction of carbon emissions, but it's still more expensive to transport than to produce. And even if it could be transported, it would be as a liquid hydrogen through existing natural gas pipelines. But conversion to liquid hydrogen will require separation of its components, and the production process itself would be long, expensive, and complicated. The thing is, there are several raw materials in the world that can serve as renewable resources to produce energy without relying on an external source. Each of them requires a certain level of energy to convert into, for instance, methanol, ethane, benzene, or other sources, which can reduce their energy demand to avoid the exposure zone, as you can see in the graphs. The question is, how far we are from having these solutions in reality? For now, renewables can help us close the energy transition gap. But in the future, modular chemical systems may be able to respond flexibly and in real time to energy demands. And we need to get there.